backdoor. Tyler don't care. Ooh, tough play there. Man, I thought that was fine. Ooh, another bad touch. Gets him on the fake. And so with that, we will go right into game 2 here. Alrighty. This time we got Wabi starting off game 2. Preston looking for a break early on in the game. We get a lip off the back end above the short Tyler Cisek. Don't worry, he'll get another opportunity. Tyler with the shortest shorts on. You can literally see his underwear through there. Backdoor, Tyler don't care. There's an opportunity and Jarrett not able to touch it. Is Jarrett going to call anything on this? This always sets up an interesting opportunity because, like, he probably couldn't touch it, but he also hesitated because Tyler was in his way. That's an interesting one. Interesting hinder. I think it's nice of them to not call it. Oh, opportunity here. Ooh, Tyler punishes that one hard. Wabi Sabi just diving around both ends of the net. It looked like Jarrett was going to hit it backwards, but he winds up going forwards. Unfortunately, Tyler's right there. He's not going to find a break that way. So CS finds a break early in game 1. Never the situation you want to be in. You always want to put pressure on them to find breaks later in the game. This didn't go for them well the last time. And Preston finds his way around. Some good footwork there to dodge the net. He doesn't have a whole lot of net to work with there to find the power, but he does find power off of just probably 4 squares of net there. There's not a whole lot to do. Ooh, all right. Look at that. What a break. Huge break opportunity there by Jarrett. I went ahead and lowered the game volume, so let me know if my audio is better. That's a huge opportunity for Jarrett. You know, again, especially when your serve is as nerfed as it is with your injury, you definitely want to find those opportunities to get the ball on the net. And they make up a break right away in game 1, so we're now back at evens. Cisek Showalter will hold the mini break here, but no full breaks for either side. All right, sounds fine. I like it. Tyler lining up for a second attempt here. And that one's on. Oh, wait, did they score on that last one? Yeah, he served from the other side. Oh, bad touch. Jarrett, yeah. Preston doesn't give him too much of a set there. That's a really tough play. It's definitely not going to be good enough. They look at each other looking for answers. I will say that Preston did better that ball. That's one thing that I always talk about. Is like, even if your partner gives you a bad touch, you need to better the ball. You need to give them an opportunity. That set always doesn't have to be perfect. I'm of the mindset that if you miss past the first ball, you should really focus on making up for it with your hit, but your setter does have an obligation to better the ball and give you a chance to make up. Oh, amazing backdoor there from Tyler. Absolutely no spin. Goes far left. Very far left. Of course, they're going to go to observers on that. That one's... Oh, that one's... Wow. No point on that one, huh? Man, I thought that was fine. Interesting call. Observers obviously have a better view here than all of us. They're looking down on the net. They're a lot closer to the action, which is nice. But, man, that one looked pretty good to me. I don't know, man. Massive rim from Preston there. Oh, man, when that thing hits, it is incredibly fast. PJ finds a forehand. Preston with an awkward lefty on 2. Shout-outs to Spicy for that. I don't even know how he managed to put that on the net, but a very impressive play from him, and PJ not even close to being ready for it. We've got Jack Matthews in the way, but we are able to see that serve hit rim. We got Wabi talking some strategy here in the middle of the game. This is one of those unofficial timeouts here. Someone should probably be making them call a timeout on that, but they keep it brief, which is nice. Definitely shorter than the minute that their timeout would be. Ooh, tough play there, but Jarrett betters the ball, gives Preston a chance to flip over the net and smash that thing away from everybody else. That is apparently no good, though. I was unaware of that. Crank my game audio here so I can hear a little bit better. That must have hit rim, right? Debating some serving order here. I think it's Preston. My memory serves. And a drop there. Apparently no good. We're not able to see that front pocket or the rim thanks to Origin's very own Jack Matthews. His ass is definitely in our way. Not a great pass from Preston, so they elect not to play that pocket. Probably a smart choice. Although apparently, maybe not. PJ rattles one off to the right of Preston with an impressive step out. Definitely not high on that one with Preston's height. There's a Fuego. Wow, what a play. Definitely a smart push there by Jarrett. It's a pretty tough receive too, obviously. Obviously Preston's pretty capable of making that set, but you don't want to put your partner in that situation too many times. At some point they're going to make some errors. That one's a miss. No good there. Tyler lines up looking to put Wabi Sabi out of their misery here. Oh my gosh. A big opportunity. PJ takes that on 2. Wow. Smart heads up play by PJ to see that opportunity there. Tyler finds that body, that push that Preston was forced into. Oh, another bad touch. And Jared can't find it behind him either. Serves from Tyler are taking over here, especially once you get this kid started. He just doesn't miss. They're going to have to find a way to pass that ball inside out. Usually that doesn't happen. Usually his serving runs do not end like that. He will just keep going. I've seen him I've seen him rattle off 8 straight in a row in a semifinal. The kid's a monster. All right, Preston looking for a retort here. Equally capable of finding some aces. Tyler handles it well. And a cheeky little drop right behind him. No way you're defending that. You got both players on one side of the net, and Tyler just flicks it his way with a cheeky little drop. Unbelievable. Oh, we got him on the fake. Burns it past him. That's probably the best serve that PJ's had the entire day, and Jarrett started off about 4 feet to his left. That's unreal. That's unbelievable. Fuego there. Don't have to play it, but they're going to since PJ's on a hot streak. Preston finds a dive and buries it off the net. Smart play. Oh, that one's apparently no good. Why am I not being able to tell at all when these are no good? This is crazy. All right, Jarrett gets a chance to rattle some off. I think they're down about 3 breaks right now. It's definitely not an ideal situation for Wabi here, especially with PJ passing as well as he is now. Opportunity just out of Preston's reach. I think PJ was looking for a little bit more of a powerful flick back on that one, probably trying to go a little bit more behind him. But it seems to go off the side of his hand there and just goes directly to Jarrett's body. Yeah, it definitely doesn't help that Jack's literally in the way, but a lot of these I feel like I'm seeing, so it's super interesting. I mean, maybe I just don't have my game audio cranked enough to be like hearing these things, but they look fine. Preston lining up with a reverse split step. Oh, wow. Fakes left, goes right, and a back door. Tyler was looking for a little bit of that kick, and it just didn't come. Came to his left hand still. Preston misses that one with the left. He was able to get a break back, though, which is important for them. Definitely needed that in that situation. Good ball. And a cheeky little drop from Preston. An interesting choice, especially from him, someone who's known to just clock the crap out of the ball. I know I was expecting definitely something a little harder. Maybe PJ was too. Jarrett going with the right. Little leg kick. That's not going to be enough to do it. Almost hitting PJ there. I think PJ was expecting him to go a different angle with it. Luckily that ball misses him. All right, we got a little strategy talk here. They're just looking for some way that they can do something. Never say never, says Preston. Hopefully, you know, they can get a good pass here. And nah, I think that was a lip. I'd say that's no good. So Tyler gets a second. And a lip again. All right, opportunity here. Now that we've got Preston serving, he's gonna need to find some. He's gonna need to find some tough serves here and force some errors. A little bit of a step out. Oh! Tyler trying to borrow something from Preston there and take the two ball. Definitely not necessary. That pass was, you know, not one that you probably want to swing at. You probably want to set your partner up, especially if you're setting PJ. Bad touch from Tyler, and wow. Wow. PJ not even close to being able to get to that. Preston brings him back with two serves here. You got Jack blocking the entirety of the net. Thank you, Jack. All right, finally, somewhat of a pass here. PJ able to hit his way out of it. That was important. They needed to stop the bleeding there. Now they'll get to receive Jared at the end of this game, which is important going forward. And we got PJ lining up. Gets him on the fake. Hard to tell if that one lips or not. It looked like it definitely could have. And they call a lip, so PJ is going to have to do it one more time. Preston embarrassingly broken ankles on that one. That was brutal. And that ball does not. Yeah, I don't think the ball lies on that one by any stretch, but no opportunity for Preston to receive. Jared's going to serve this out here. Lining up righty. Good touch by Tyler. And he wraps it right behind him. And that will do it. That's the end of the game. Cisek Showalter, your national champions for 2018. An unbelievable season, culminated with another title. Back-to-back winners. PJ crushing Tyler on the ground. Let's go ahead and look at the breakdown there for all of this. Some things that I found interesting, at least in this. I'm gonna put some music on. And also, whoa, Lord. Let's hope that volume's good for you guys. It was very loud in mine. But we had Cisek Showalter with some very impressive stats here. You got PJ with a massive improvement from game one, where he only served 40% of them on the net. This time he finds 78% of them on, with 2 aces to boot and 5 points won on his serve. That's beyond impressive. So that's 3 that weren't aces. Tyler only finding 10% aces on that one after game one, having a much higher percentage there. Still another 5 points won on serves, and does have a rare error that you see there, that missed spike, that take on 2 that was probably ill-advised. But either way, good enough to get the job done. There we go down to Wabi Sabi. We have Preston here. His ace percentage when it was on was 20%, so that means that 20% of the time when he gets his serve on is resulting in an ace in this game, which is impressive. His points won on serve percentage is also even crazier, so 30% of the time they are scoring on his serve. Unfortunately, not enough to keep them in the game with Jarrett's performance, and also Preston's 2 missed spikes in there. That definitely doesn't help. Jarrett has a major step up here and puts 71% of them on the net. That's a percentage that they're going to need to give themselves the opportunity to score some points. His points won on serve as a percentage was 20 there. So between between Preston and him, they're both finding some good opportunities there. And then you have did not return to the net. You got 2 on Jarrett, just a couple of those touches that are not going to give you quite the opportunity to put that ball away. Again, not capitalizing on that, which is what we talked about at the end of game one. and that leads to a Cisek Showalter victory in 2. Unbelievable performance. It was fun to finally go back and actually watch the entirety of this. I had seen little sneak peeks while I was just building the stream. I had it on in the background. That was the first time I really got to pay attention to it. I just typed in the stats that stood out to me, and I think that was a pretty amazing game. I did not have the opportunity to watch this match as I was playing in the 3-4 game, which we will be streaming Thursday at 8, so join for that. But now we'll get to watch that one next. And now I guess Cisek Showalter and Wabi Sabi will get the opportunity to watch it themselves if they haven't gotten to watch our 3-4 game. And then next week's the semifinals, which I'm really excited to watch Point Loma and Cisek Showalter. I think that one's one of the games that I wanted to watch the most, but I was a little busy playing against Wabi Sabi. But either way, pretty amazing series, and I was happy to be a part of that. It was cool to finally go back and watch. I'm a little disappointed that didn't get an official stream, and I know a lot of you people were too, but hopefully this kind of makes up for it, and now everyone is able to go ahead and watch that, so that's pretty cool. Going here, I don't think I really prepared this one. Yeah, going into the final thoughts, I suppose. I'm supposed to put some Team 2 thoughts and some Team 1 thoughts in there. Again, built this very last minute. But I'd say overall, Cisek Showalter asserts their dominance again one more time. It's going to be hard to defeat them going into even next season. It sounds like they're going to be continuing again, which is, I think I'm thankful for. They are pushing all of our athletes to get a lot better, and they're pushing the meta super far. Between them and their cut serves, and now PJ Swango coming back, and these little flick shots, and just they're doing everything at the highest level right now, and it's beyond impressive to watch. So I'm excited for them to keep going with that. I think what we've learned is that even if only one of them is performing at their best, they're still able to take down some of the best teams in the country, which is beyond crazy. There's just a lot of ways in which they can score. My other takeaways from this are that there are an impressive amount of breaks. Even if you want to say that there wasn't a showcase rally from that one, what I will say is that let me pull up the stats here. So points won on serve in the last game, Tyler had 5, PJ had 4, Preston had 3, and Jarrett had 1, which means that there are an impressive 13 breaks throughout this entire game. Less than half of those were on serve, which means that there are defensive touches happening. The teams are just very good at then putting that ball away. So at a minimum, there are still tons of breaks happening in our game, and that part I think is incredibly exciting, even at the highest level. I think the next step is going to be learning how to play defense after you've been dug, because in a lot of ways you're in a very vulnerable position. Being the hitter off the net, you're not really in a good position to start playing defense. The way that we've been finding a lot of successes defensively is not being in the middle of the play, but getting having the space and the mindset to really focus on defense and get that read. I think the next thing is going to be reading that situation a lot faster off of an offensive possession, because I think a lot of teams are just kind of in a bad situation and not able to reposition themselves to succeed defensively. But again, tons of breaks there, which is incredibly awesome. Other thoughts on Wabi is that, again, another amazing season from them. They came in number 2. They demonstrated throughout the year that they deserve to be there. I think Preston defines himself as for sure a top 3 player in the country. And Jarrett somehow finds ways to just win even when he's at his weakest, which is beyond impressive. He definitely doesn't just get carried by Preston. He finds his own ways to succeed despite his injuries. I also think that Jarrett finds these super interesting, little drops and little just small techniques to be able to, get these kills. He's not able to put a lot of power behind the ball. but he is hitting very positionally, which I think is smart. And yeah, Preston's just a monster. So good season to both teams there. I think things went pretty well. Is there anything else that you took away from this? Anything that you want to kind of talk about yourself, things that you've noticed, or any thoughts on these teams as we look towards 2019 or look backwards into the rest of the season? I think there were just a lot of cool moments on both sides. Wabi taking second at every single event where Cisek Showalter was at, except for Boston, was beyond impressive this year. They only find themselves losing once to Point Loma on the West Coast. They did very well on the West Tour with Cisek Showalter absent, or Cisek Showalter split up like in Huntington Beach. But yeah, no, they find I think 3 pitchers, a myriad of mugs, one. No, I think yeah. I don't even think they ever. Oh no, they took third in Boston behind Anchored. So, and won Glass, but an incredible season from both of them. Just good stuff. And then Cisek Showalter, I think 10 straight pitchers plus a cup here. It's pretty crazy. I'm interested to see what they do next season. I'm interested to see what teams are able to throw at them in the future. I'd like to get a couple more cracks at them myself, and I think I will. And one of these times I'm going to beat them. One of these times I'm going to get them. And I want another shot at Wabi too. But yeah, I'm going to let this just kind of ride out. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the chat, but thank you so much for joining. I'll be live tomorrow at 8 o'clock to do some community discussion. Shoot me a DM if you have something that you want to talk about. I think we're going to talk about maybe some rule changes. I think are pretty high up there. We'll probably go in depth in debating a couple of them. So that is my thoughts on where this is going. But let me know what you want to hear. We've got a long off season full of content, plenty of time to have these awesome conversations. So I will see you guys the next time tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central. And stay tuned later this week for the 3-4 game between Origin Vengeance and Point Loma. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining. Let's go.